Hey everyone, how are you? Monday night. Can you believe it is August? We are like already a week into August. And I was shocked that at the beginning of last week, kids went back to school. Or some kids, not all kids. But a lot of the children, I know my nieces and nephews in Atlanta went back last, I think Monday or Tuesday. And then some children started at the end of last week. And I know that like Alabama starts, I think this next week. And but Montana doesn't start till I think August 24th, which I think is a little bit early for them. They typically still do the Memorial Day to Labor Day thing. So I think that is pretty neat how the school systems differ across the country. So it's Monday. I hope your weekend treated you well. I hate that I could not be here last week. It definitely was not planned. I definitely planned and had full intentions to be here last week, but my neighbor's water had a different idea. I'm thankful that it was his, but I'm also upset that it was so close. Last week, about 9:45, a doorbell rang, which if the doorbell rings at 9:45 in the morning, when you don't know anyone in town, you're kind of like, what's going on? And it was my neighbor. And he had said that he had just returned from golfing. He got up early that morning. He went golfing and he came back and he said he thought he heard just an odd sound, like the air conditioning, was messed up. And he said he went to check it out and he didn't know what was going on. And we've got a full crawl space underneath our house. I mean, I can almost stand up underneath there. And this wall behind me is actually shared with our neighbor. So that just lets you know the situation. He tells me that he came home and he heard this odd sound. It wasn't the air conditioning, and he went and he opened up his crawl space door and there was 2 feet of water and in the crawl space. And he said he just heard water gushing. And he had called Billings, water, and they came and they shut the water off within like 3 or 4 minutes of him telling me. And I did not have any time to, grab a shower, brush my teeth. I didn't have any chance to, fill up any buckets. I didn't have any chance to, grab, a water bottle and fill it up with water. None of that. So at 9:45 last Monday, our water got shut off. And at first I thought, okay, just be, like 2-3 hours or so. But then you start seeing this devastation crew, I guess. That these are the crews that go out to like major flooding and anytime there's severe damage, you see them pulling up into his driveway, and they've got these massive hoses, and they start just pulling that water out of his crawl space. So all day Monday, I was in and out of our crawl space to see if it was leaking into our side. Fortunately, we just had the wall that we share, we did have a little bit of dripping, and that was it. But our water didn't get turned on until nearly 8 o'clock last Monday night. So me trying to do Martinis with Manda and cook, a quick and simple ravioli, dish when I don't have water and don't know when I'm going to get water, just didn't make sense. So I'm sure you guys understand. Anyway, so here we are this Monday night. We're back for a few weeks, I think. Everything should be normal. And I spent my morning this morning starting a YouTube, a Martinis with Manda YouTube, and uploading all of these Facebook Lives to YouTube, because you remember MySpace? And before MySpace, were any of you guys like with College Club? Anyways, those were, social networks, and they, at some point, just disappeared. So, I decided to go and upload all of the Facebook Lives. So there is a Martinis with Manda YouTube page where all of these are being loaded, just in case, Facebook decides to shut down one day. And then I uploaded them also to Pinterest. I pinned them to Pinterest. So there you go. All right, so tonight, I'm looking at my notes real quick. Tonight, we are starting with a killer martini. I don't know why it's called killer martini. I don't. But when I typed it into Google search, there were a bunch of recipes that came up like that. So the killer martini it is. I have not tried this before, so this will be interesting. I'm putting a towel out because, of course, if we're going to do art, I don't want any, like, you know, little wet spaces and everything. And then this is also going to kind of serve as my drop cloth when we do so. Shaker, ice. You need pineapple juice, grenadine, vodka, and melon liqueur. And, of course, now I'm not going to be able to get it open. You need 1 part melon liqueur. You need 1 part vodka. Then you need 2 parts pineapple juice. I think pineapple is so summer. I love it. Pineapple is like one of my favorite. And then you need a dash, just a dash, and of course, boop, a dash of grenadine. And then, of course, just like all the other times, you give it some good shakes. And then, of course, you pour, and that is an ugly color green. I am not gonna lie. In fact, is it that, what color is Chartreuse? Isn't Chartreuse like a odd color green? Yeah. It better be yummy. If not, then it's going in the trash. But that definitely looks like Chartreuse. I may be wrong, but I've Googled Chartreuse a lot, and Chartreuse is like this weird yellow-green color. So let's see. This is probably why it's called Killer Martini. It's not bad though. It does taste good. It does taste good. So I'm just gonna put this aside. So if I need it, we can. All right, tonight we are making a simple and cool and easy wall art idea. It doesn't have to be wall art. I guess you could do it for anything. I guess you could put it in a frame or whatever. But this is really cool, and I did this a few years ago, and it took no time at all. But all you need is a canvas. You can get a 3-pack of these. This is just an 8x10 canvas. You can get a 3-pack of these at Walmart for like $3.99 or so. And then go to Hobby Lobby and pick you out whatever scrapbook paper. Just grab, depending on the size of the art that you want to make. If you just want to do an 8x10, you probably only need 1 sheet of whatever color you want, whatever colors. But go and pick out whatever colors, textures, patterns that you want. And so let me tell you a trick about Hobby Lobby. They rotate their sales, and they're very easy to predict. Last week, all their scrapbook paper, all of their paper pads, their hole punches, a lot of the little stickers and stuff like that were 50% off. This week, they won't do that. Next week, they will probably be like 30% or so off. And then the next week, guess what? They'll be back to 50% off. If you pay attention to Hobby Lobby sales, you will learn real quick when to buy stuff and when not. And in all honesty, I mean, if you're buying a sheet of scrapbook paper that is 79 cents, yeah, that doesn't, I mean, if you just get 1 sheet, that's not much. But if you can save 50 cents, I mean, that's 30, 40% or 40 cents, I guess. But why I'm telling you that is because you also need to pick out a hole punch. You don't have to get a hole punch. I'll show you a way here in just a second. But usually when the paper is 50% off, the hole punches and stuff are as well. So you can pick out whatever hole punch. This is a 6 hexagon. And then this is the leaf that I'm using this evening. And then there is another leaf that you can get. But typically, something like this is like $19.99. But when you pay attention to the sales, 50% off makes it 10 bucks. And then if you apply one of their coupons to this, you can get an additional 40, well, maybe not because of the sale. Either way though, you can get something like this for 10 bucks. But this is one of their big heavy duty ones, so it is one of the more expensive ones. There are loads and loads and loads of punches and stuff, so you just pick whatever design you want to do. Now, I have already pre-painted a canvas. So it's the same canvas I showed you a second ago. I've already pre-painted it. And then I have also taken the hole punch that I said and already punched the holes. Now, when you use the hole punches where you can't see where you're punching, I like to flip it over. That way, so hopefully I can use as much paper as I can, because if you do it like this, you end up wasting a lot more paper. So if you flip it over, you can get right up to the edges and then punch it and see right there to the edge. So I've already gone through and punched all of my pieces, and I have separated them. There's the big ones. There is the medium ones. And I am dropping pieces. And then here are the small ones. And I put all the colors together. And I have also taken a stencil. Again, if you pay attention to sales, you can get these things for like 50% off. Or you can just use like a cup or a bowl, something the size that you need. I usually spend a lot of time struggling for whatever shape I need. So having a stencil on hand works a whole lot better. And cut you out a couple of circles. You can just do one at a time if you want. Either way, cut you out a couple of circles. Now, if you do not want to use a paper punch and you want to save yourself 10 bucks, let me show you something. A simple leaf pattern. All you're doing, cutting kind of like a curved circle, and then another curved circle. And then if it's out the way you want, you can kind of trim it up, or whatever size you want. So there is that size. If I want to make it smaller, there you go. So you don't have to get a punch. If you want to sit there and do that, cut out the shapes, you certainly can. I did that for one of our projects, and it came out perfectly fine. So whatever works for you. But anyways though, so I have my canvas, I have all of my pieces cut out and kind of separated. And the reason why I separated them is because it's almost like putting together a puzzle. When you put, you know, the center of the flower down, which this is what our goal is. This is what I made a few months ago. Took half an hour, I guess. In all honesty, my biggest struggle is picking out patterns or textures that go well together. And I think that's how you accumulate a ton of scrapbook papers, because you don't have just the right color gray or just the right pattern of a green something. So these are ones that I have made in the past. So when I say the options are limitless, seriously, I mean, pick something that goes with how you want the inside of your house to look. All right, now, my favorite adhesive. If you guys are logging in, please, oh please, say hello. I want to know who's joining me this evening. I'm going to drink my lovely Chartreuse Killer Martini. Okay, so my favorite sealant is Mod Podge. Now you can get this in matte, you can get it in gloss, you can get it with glitter in it, you can get it specifically made for photos. I mean, there are a ton of different kinds of Mod Podge. You can also make your own. Take some Elmer's glue and add a little bit of water to it, kind of thin it out a little bit, and they'll work. But I like to use kind of, you know, trusted name, because in all actuality, it lasts quite a while. And then I get glue all over the end of my paintbrush. Anyways, Mod Podge can be your glue and it can be your sealant, which is really awesome. And it wasn't until a few years ago that I learned how awesome Mod Podge was. And you can use it for a ton of stuff. Now, when you first put it on, it might look like it is the color. I mean, it does look like Elmer's glue, but it dries clear. Dries clear, and if you put a sealant or use it as a sealant, it dries clear as well. So if this is gloss, you're going to have a shine. If it's a matte, you're going to have a very flat picture. So I like to put, and it doesn't take much Mod Podge at all. I keep wanting to say Mod Podge. It doesn't take much at all, so usually I just put a tiny bit. And I like to go to the Dollar Tree and grab a pack of paper plates to use as kind of like my paint palettes or to hold my glue or whatever. So this is all you need, seriously. Grab yourself a little bit of Mod Podge and then a paintbrush, which I did get, I just got a tiny bit right there. But it's fine, because guess what? It'll dry and you won't be able to see it. And then all you do is whatever paper you want to start with, cut you out a circle. I'm going to start with this flower pattern or so. And if you have not gotten into scrapbooking, or if you have not ever walked down the scrapbook aisle and you find yourself like buying some, be prepared. It will accumulate to massive proportion you did not know. It is insane. I have so many pieces of scrapbook paper, and I've gone through it trying to throw some away, but I'm like, ooh, no, I might need that. Be careful. Anyways, I put some Mod Podge on the back of this piece, and then I'm just going to stick it anywhere I want onto my canvas. So I'm going to start down here in this bottom corner. Again, this is completely up to you. You go with the design that you want for your home. If you saw the quick video that I shared yesterday, I did a great big canvas that took probably like 2.5, 3 sheets of scrapbook paper. But to do something like this, you probably only need 1. So put it down, and then it's just kind of like a puzzle. You just fit in the pieces however which way you want. And then you kind of build it out. Sometimes I like to, and you can sit there and put, you know, pieces, or put Mod Podge on the back of each piece if you want. I don't like to do that because when you are sitting there putting it on the back of this, it's getting on your hands. So I just sit there and I paint it onto the canvas itself. And then that is all you do. You just sit there and you make a, put on your petals of your flower, and it will stick. And it doesn't matter what pattern, it's completely up to you. The problem with doing this quickly is that I'm not seeing what I'm doing. See, like I put 2 big pieces. And like I said, it's a puzzle. It does not have to be anything big and spectacular or anything. You put it in whatever pattern you want, whatever design you want. But I do like to keep the pieces separated that way, so I can put, you know, maybe a medium next to, do medium, small, medium, small, medium, small. That's kind of what I'm doing. And then, don't be scared to put something off to the side. That is, I'm all about balance. I like things to be even. If something's on this side, I like for something to be matching on this side. If it's right here, I want something right here, here. So this is kind of a test for you to kind of step away from that a little bit. And if you put it off to the side, you're going to have pieces that kind of run off a little bit. That's okay. That's okay, because after it dries, all you have to do is you can take an X-Acto knife or, you know, one of the blades or whatever, flip it over on its back like this and run it down the side. It will cut off all those little extra pieces. And yeah, so don't be scared to put it off center. Like I said, I am very much someone that loves balance. So it is very hard for me to put something that is kind of off to the side. Now your Mod Podge does dry quickly. So be prepared to apply more if you need be. And it lasts for a long time. Let's see, what color should I do next? I need probably another pattern. And again, this is one of those that's just completely, all you're doing is placing it in the pattern that you want. And for me, I like to choose one really busy pattern, and then I like to choose like the blue that is right there. I like to find a pattern that is all blue that matches that. And then this is like an all red that matches that. And this is an all yellow that matches that. And actually that is a solid yellow. So it is, like I said, completely up to you. It's only been the past few months or so that I have gotten to where I'm okay with mixing patterns and stuff. So now I can leave it like that if I want, or I could go and add a whole nother layer all the way around and kind of fit it, wedge it in the pieces like that. So if I put that there and then put that red there, I could go all the way around. You can make the flower as big as you want or as small as you want. Like I said, I could leave it just with that, or I could add another layer. But what I'm going to do for right now is I'm just going to go, and like I said, I already had 3 circles cut out. So if I have one flower right there, I may go and add one like right there. And like I said, don't be scared to get messy with the Mod Podge. And what I'm going to do with this one is I am going to hang it like way off the side. I'm going to hang it like way off the side. When I get done, like I said, I will take an X-Acto knife, go down it, cut it off. But what's nice about doing these flowers is that you can build them as big or as small as you want. So if you need a tiny bit more space filled in, put another layer of petals. It's that simple. So just like that. So I'm not going to sit here and do this whole thing right now because we would be here, you know, for another half hour or so. And I certainly don't want to already, you know, try and keep it under 30 minutes if possible. But you get the point, just like that. Now, when you get done, when you get done with the whole thing, take your Mod Podge and just paint it over the whole thing. Every little piece, every spot, paint it over. I usually like to do 2 coats, only because when you're using some scrapbook paper, it's a little bit thicker, so it may take a little bit more just to fill in the gaps that may be underneath it. So, but that's the start of it. So, and I mean, that's just been in the past couple of minutes. And I will sit here and finish this here in just a bit, but I just wanted to get you guys kind of starting, get you guys in the idea. And then once you guys are done, all you have to do is get one of those little picture hanger hooks, and glue it to the back, and then you can hang it up on the wall, or you can stick it in a frame, whatever. Like I said, you can do this on canvas, you can do it on paper. These were all done just on kind of like poster board, almost a little bit thicker. It's like mat board or so, a little bit thicker. So you can do it pretty much on anything. It's just it's up to you. Like I said, the options are limitless. So please, 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 if you have an empty space in your home and you just don't know what to put there, consider doing your own art. There are loads of other things that I have made in our house that you cannot buy anywhere in stores, because I went shopping. I was like, I need something that is this color, and this color, and I couldn't find anything. So I was just like, I'm pretty sure I can make my own. And I did. So it didn't have to cost you much. Like I said, the canvas is like $3.99 for a pack of 3. And then scrapbook paper will probably cost you like 80 cents a piece if they're not on sale. And Mod Podge, I mean, this little bottle right here is probably, I think it's like $5.99 or so. I will say, get the Mod Podge at Walmart. It is more expensive at Hobby Lobby. It's like $5.99 at Walmart. It is like $8.99 at Hobby Lobby or Michael's or anywhere else. So just keep that in mind. But with all that being said, like I said, I will finish this here in a few minutes and post a picture later and share it with you guys. But next week, we are just going to sit here and chat. I'm going to share with you guys some of my favorite craft tools and supplies. Surprisingly, I never thought I'd be one of those people. I have become very, very picky with the things I use to create anything, really. And I'm pretty sure that the stuff that I love the most is not anything that like real crafters, I guess. I mean, because I'm definitely not a professional. I am not in the business. I am not someone that goes out and buys these, you know, great big fancy machines and stuff like that. So the tools and stuff that I like are, to me, it just makes the job easier and everything. So next week, we're just going to sit here and chat. I'm going to have a table full of supplies that I love, and I will share with you. That way, so if this is something you want to get into, this might be a good starting place. So with all of that, we are starting with me and you guys chatting about our favorite craft tools and supplies. And next Monday is National Creamsicle Day. I swear they have a day for everything. If I wanted to look up a National Day of wearing shorts, I don't know, tank top, maybe National Tank Top Day. I'm sure there's a day. You know I'm going to go look that up later. Google's your friend. So anyways, we're going to start off with creamsicle martinis. is one I've never made before, so we're going to start with that, and then we will go into chatting about our favorite craft tools and supplies. Like I said, like the page, share the page, go to YouTube and search for Martinis with Manda, like that and share it. Instagram, Martinis with Manda, like and share. Pinterest, Martinis with Manda, like and share. I am slowly, very slowly, getting all of the, social media hubs or whatever. I do have a website that I'm working on, but that needs to be paid for. And surprisingly, paying for a domain and host, I mean, it can be expensive. So, right now, I may set up like a GoFundMe, buy Manda's, website. But either way, though, a website is coming hopefully soon. And I guess that's all. So I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your Monday evening. And I will see you guys next week. Bye.